Hey guys, welcome back to another Cooking with Kevin, or Cooking with Kevy as my sister likes to call it. Today we are going to be attempting to make Rosanna Pansino's mini caramel apple bite things. We have potluck at work tomorrow for Halloween stuff. I felt like this was a perfect idea, and I found her recipe and decided to try it out. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. It's gonna be a mess. I've already prepped some stuff, but I'll walk you through it. And then I'll link her video below as well, since she's the one that inspired me. But anyway, we're gonna get started, right? So as you can see, I have very limited space on my counter because I live in a studio. So I have the chocolate chips in one bowl, the crushed up peanuts, which I've already crushed up using this as a rolling pin because I don't have one. But you're gonna need peanuts or toppings. I guess you don't have to do peanuts. Peanuts, chocolate chips, any other kind of toppings you want. Apples, toothpicks, caramel. My caramel's in the microwave already. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and take your apple and take either like an ice cream, like a cookie dough scoop, or a melon baller, and you're gonna ball them all out, I guess is the correct way to put it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that. After you're done, we'll come back. So once you ball these, as you can see, they're not perfect because I've only done this twice, and the other time was a practice for these earlier today. So you're gonna go ahead and pat these dry and then put them on over in the refrigerator after you pat them dry. While those are in the refrigerator cooling down, just a quick warning, don't buy a cheap melon baller because I've only used this twice. One was for the practice apple and one was for the real apple, and it broke. So don't buy a cheap melon baller. But while that's in the refrigerator cooling down, I'm gonna go ahead and melt the caramel so that way I can go ahead and dip the apples and we can roll them in their topping. So let's go on over to the microwave. So one other thing, in Rosanna's video, she says that she melted the caramel. So if you're gonna melt it, she didn't specify. So I read the package. If you're gonna melt it in the microwave, use the whole package, 1 tablespoon of water, 1 minute at a time for 2.5 to 3 minutes, stirring in between each minute. Instructions on the back of the package. So just check out the package. I'm gonna grab something to stir with. I'll just come back when the caramel's melted. Now that the caramel has been melted, be careful because this bowl is very hot. So if you need help from a parent or someone, go ahead and ask for that because this is gonna get very hot. These are cooled down. They're a little brown, but it's okay because apples just get that way. So we're gonna go ahead and stab one, well, if I can get it. Also, you want a baking sheet lined and sprayed with cooking spray. We're ready. I'm gonna go ahead, ooh, this one doesn't have a thing on the end. I'm gonna go ahead and stab it. Dip it. Hopefully this stays. Let the excess caramel dribble off. Taking longer than I thought to do that. Oh, caramel. Okay. Then you just roll it around in the nuts. And you're gonna go ahead and place it on the tray. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Here, I'll show you a chocolate one really quick, just so we can see. Dip. Dribble. Ooh, this one has a lot of caramel. Oh, I want to eat them all right now. They look so good. Even just the apples are delicious. I had a couple pieces that I messed up. Gonna roll it in the chocolate. Ooh, this one's a bit more difficult. It's wanting to fall off the toothpick. Oh, the caramel's coming off. No, I might have done this one too early, so it might also melt some of this chocolate. I wasn't thinking about that either. So, something to keep in mind is that this caramel's hot. It's falling off. Oh, okay. So, I need to put these back in their refrigerator for a little bit to be colder because this is happening now. So, let's try this again. So, I've run into the problem where all the caramel is just melting right off the pops. I'm not sure if the caramel's too hot, if these apples aren't cold enough, or what's going on. Maybe the water to caramel ratio is incorrect on the package, but something's happening where they're all sweating off. So I'm gonna try some stuff around, see if I can get this to work, and then we'll be back when I have some kind of solution for you. All right, guys, so I went ahead and did some of the things I thought. I instead made the apple balls smaller, thinking that maybe they were too heavy. I froze the toppings, thinking that maybe that would stick better, the chocolate chips wouldn't melt, which they didn't melt. I didn't heat up the caramel as long. I did different consistencies of water, and for some reason, it just, the second batch didn't melt as much as the first, so like there's not as much puddle around the apple balls, but I would say that overall, they pretty much all did it. I'm gonna show you in a second. Let's just go on and look. I had to put them in the freezer because they were just melting like crazy, and look, they still melted like crazy. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna get these off tomorrow at the potluck. Well, some of them are coming off, but some of these are sticking real bad. So I'm a little nervous for tomorrow. I guess we're gonna see how it goes. Anyway, this recipe is what it is, I guess. Here's the second batch in the freezer just so you can see what they look like. They all did the same thing. They all melted no matter what I did, changing everything. And these also are sticking real bad, even though this has some spray on it. It's still sticking pretty bad. Just see, some of them are coming up. Some of them are just not wanting to move. Well, I guess I got that one eventually. Overall, I don't know if she used a different caramel or what, but I would say that I do not recommend this recipe. They tasted good, like the ones that were falling apart at first. I tried a couple and they tasted really good, but I would say overall I do not recommend this recipe. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have enough at the potluck tomorrow because these are all sticking, and I just there's a lot of hassle for very little return, and the ones that even did return are not even done correctly. Like, I don't know how she did what she did in the video, but there's some kind of step missing. What are you gonna do, you know? I tried, and this is where I'm at. Anyway, until next time, go ahead and leave a like. It helps the channel out. If you like the video, comment on what you think maybe I did wrong, what I could do to fix this, and subscribe if you'd like to see me fail more recipes in the future, because this is not gonna be the last I fail, I have a feeling. Anyway, until next time, I will see you guys later.